Hey, it's Darren Burgfeld with you on the phone. I have got John Leible with the Sikeston Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo. It's Rodeo Week. We are excited. The 74th annual event happening in Sikeston. Tickets on sale for Wednesday and Thursday. If you want Friday and Saturday, too bad. It's sold out. But John, thanks for joining me on the phone. How you doing today?
Doing great. It's a busy day here in Sikeston, but we're buttoning everything up for the rodeo and ready to see our patrons come on out and have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I mentioned, Friday, Saturday sold out. Still some tickets for Wednesday and Thursday. But, the rodeo always well attended. How's projections looking like for this year?
Looking great. Like you said, Friday, Saturday sold out. Wednesday is not far behind, so if you want tickets to Wednesday, you better get them now. And then Thursday, there's still some tickets available, but we see it year after year. Once the other three nights sell out, people get in a panic to get here and want to at least come for one night of rodeo, so Thursday goes shortly after.
Yep. And, Wednesday, Thursday, bullfighters only back in action. How has that high-energy freestyle bullfighting kind of elevated those opening nights?
Oh, man. If you've never seen it, it's hard to describe what these guys do. I'll tell you, I don't know if they're brave or crazy, but they get out there with the bull and they try to get as close as they can to it and touch it and dodge it. And then the more aggressive the bull is, the better score they get. So they like it to be aggressive, and so do our fans when they see it in action.
Yeah, I know it's one of my favorite things to see for sure too, and yeah, it's like an elevated game of tag, just more Johnny Knoxville style. So a little bit crazy, a little bit athletic for sure, both ways. Thursday, Friday. So the lineups for this week's music, we've got Tucker Wetmore on Wednesday for Ag Night, Blake Whiten on Thursday, Hudson Westbrook, of course, Friday, and Saturday, Braxton Keith and that Mexican OT. The music lineup, it's rising country stars, cross-genre acts like that Mexican OT. What was kind of the vision behind crafting this year's roster?
We understand our patrons, that not everyone likes one style of music, and we want to offer something for a little bit of everybody because we've got rodeo fans that like all kinds of entertainment. So we want to give them what they want to hear.
Absolutely. The Jaycees put in an incredible amount of volunteer labor to make this happen. A lot of people don't understand how much really goes on behind the scenes during Rodeo Week that the public might not realize. What do you guys have going on?
Yes, sir. So we're kind of unique in the rodeo world. We only have one paid employee that she has to put up with us year round. But the rest of us, there's about 270 active members that come out here to help out with the rodeo, and it's all hands on deck all summer long. We're getting off work, we're going out here and putting in hours on our second job to make sure we have a good event to put on. But something we're all proud of and something we're all personally invested in. So it's long hours, and we like to put in the time, and our families at home kind of take up the home front and pick up the slack for us there. But we do it all to put on this event, which in turn gives back to the community, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it. It's the 74th year. The revenue from this week is huge, and it supports you guys' community initiatives for the Jaycees and local charities throughout the rest of the year. How does that kind of work out?
So, we turn around. We're a nonprofit organization. Like I said, we only have one paid employee, so we turn around the money we make. We keep a little bit to operate, and the rest goes back out in the community to different nonprofit organizations or groups that need some support. A good example of one is the Kenny Rogers Children's Center. That's one of our big ones that we support every year. It's just a really good mission they have, and we're happy to do it. And there's, of course, several others that if they have a need, we help try to fill it as best we can.
Absolutely. And there's we always think about the nights and the lights and the dust and the rodeo, but there's some daytime events that happen too. I know you guys do a behind-the-chutes tour on Friday at 10, and of course there's the autograph party on Saturday midday as well. For families who are coming to those daytime events, what are the can't miss highlights?
Oh man, so the behind the chutes tour is really neat. Everyone kind of sees the front where the horses and the bulls are bucking, and it's kind of hard to picture everything that goes on around the backside of it. There's 100 different guys running around there doing different things and making it go, and that behind the chutes tour really gives you some insight on what happens that you don't see, and all the work that goes on back there with the stock and the cowboys and everything going on back there. And then, like you said, the autograph signing downtown with our queens and our clown, our protection men, and our announcer Anthony Lucia. That's just a really neat event to meet those rodeo personnel that you hear and see out in the arena, but getting to talk to them in person is kind of a neat event. And it's held downtown at the Rodeo Museum that our local tourism department put together. And if you haven't seen that thing, man, it is amazing what they did in that space and everything they have in there. one of the neatest things to me in there is they took some of our old entertainment contracts and they made it into wallpaper.
Oh, nice.
So they have an entire room wallpaper with old contracts. If you look in there, you'll see Garth Brooks on the wall. So it's a pretty neat deal.
Well, it's 74 years of history, and that's definitely a highlight to catch if you get downtown, not just for that autograph section, but also just to check out the museum. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, Wednesday, Thursday, tickets still available. What advice do you have for fans who are looking to get those tickets for Wednesday and Thursday night?
I'd say you want to call 1-800-455-BULL or go to SikestonRodeo.com. And I'll tell you one thing to throw in there that I did miss is that this year, for the first time, we're going to host an after party in the we call it the Hay Barn. It's a big party barn that we put together. It has a bar built in there. We have a stage built in there. Wednesday night after the concert's over, we'll have Next of Kin. Thursday night after the concert's over, we'll have John D. Hell Band. And then Friday and Saturday, we have EDM DJs, Country Night, putting on the party Friday and Saturday to close out the weekend.
Nice. That sounds like a unique way to put the icing on the cake for sure.
Right.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much for your time today. We are looking forward to it. It's the 74th annual Sikeston Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo. This week, you can find ways to win some tickets at 939mikefm.com. John, thanks again for your time.
Thanks, sir.